Ladies and gentlemen, Blame It On Ryan here, and today we're going to do something totally different. Well, not super different. What we're going to do is I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Twitter with people kind of like clowning on the PS5 version of Resident Evil Requiem, and I don't actually have the base PS5 anymore. I just have the PS5 Pro, and that kind of dawned on me. I was like, hey, we could do a comparison video of the PS5 Pro Portal streaming, remote play versus the PlayStation Plus Premium version of Resident Evil Requiem streaming basically from Sony servers to the PlayStation Portal. So that'll be using the regular PS5 version. So we're going to do that today. And then we're also going to be kind of testing out. So I'm also going to be using these Pulse Elite headphones. So if you're watching this video and you have a PlayStation Portal, you might be interested in these. So I'm going to give you a little bit of feedback as I, play through this first section on, the 3D audio, what that kind of sounds like. So we're just kind of, doing something a little bit different, change it up. And we're going to see if the PS5 version is so much worse than the PS5 Pro version of Resident Evil Requiem. And let's get into it right now. If you're still watching the video after a 2-minute intro, I'm killing myself here. All right, let's get into it. The 3D audio is it's pretty good. You can kind of hear the rain all around you a little bit. Hear the car driving by to the left here. And these graphics don't look that bad on PS5. You can definitely tell a little bit of a difference. And, I should note, I'm doing another playthrough of this, and she's in her actual FBI uniform, so that's why her clothes are different here. But okay, so this is the standard PS5 version, and I've got the PS5 Pro version on the top and the PS5 version on the bottom. And the 3D audio is super cool. I can hear the cars driving on the right side. You can kind of hear overhead like a train. And that pairs really nice with the PS5, the haptics and the rumble. As the train goes over your head and you can kind of feel it rumbling. This is a kind of a cool way to play. So you have the Portal, you have the 3D audio. Yeah, I do like this. One thing that is weird, and I especially kind of found it weird when I was playing Marathon in these, is there's no transparency mode. There's no pass-through. And if you're used to like AirPods or, basically any kind of modern earbud or anything like that. Now, a lot of them have that transparency mode so you can hear your surroundings. So it's kind of weird when you're talking. It just sounds like muffled. It sounds like you're underwater or whatever. So just something to keep in mind. It was kind of hard for me to get used to that whenever I was playing Marathon because I was like, I could hear myself, but it's like totally muffled. So you end up, at least I feel like I end up talking kind of louder. And I guess I'll see whenever this, I listen back to the recording if I'm coming through louder. Trying not to, but so far the PS5 version, I think people are just picking like the weirdest random, one-shot screenshots and then putting them up like against the best like ray traced stuff like that. So, I mean, so far you see them here side by side. Is there a difference? Yeah, there's a difference, but is it that big of a deal for most people? No. But, I mean, if you're like an Uber nerd like me and you want to get the kind of the best of the best version, yeah, I mean, I definitely can notice a difference from the PS5 Pro, but this PS5 version, so far, it does look still really good. So let's go ahead and walk through our little scene here. And in this area, I'm not really noticing too much of a difference at all between this and the PS5 Pro version. And what would be really cool too is if maybe they gave this owned game streaming to like a lower tier of PlayStation Plus, and then like PlayStation Plus Premium members would get like PlayStation 5 Pro game streaming. I think that would be like a super cool way to kind of maybe get more people into Premium, and then also kind of reward people that are paying more, and also offer a lower level of the game streaming. So for people who want to be able to do the owned game streaming at a lower tier would be able to do that. I think that would be super cool. Definitely something to consider if you're if you work at Sony, but definitely pass that suggestion along. I think that's a good one. Take a look at our pod here. Now I'm going to do my best to remember the sequence here because I've done that. That sounded super cool. When whenever you dropped it, kind of like echoed through the room, like in the headphones. That was kind of cool. I've done this sequence, I don't even know how many times now, and I'm on my third playthrough of the game. I'm on my Insanity run right now, which it's actually a lot of fun on Insanity once you have already done the speed run, so you have enough points that you can get like the unlimited ammo. And so basically you can just like Requiem everybody to death like super easy. So it's pretty cool. And if you get all the raccoon on your, the little statues on your first or second playthrough, you get some more points. You could even unlock, an extra level of upgrades for the Requiem. So it's like beast mode for sure. If you get enough of those points, and I did not get enough points to unlock the unlimited ammo too for the rocket launcher, you could have a lot of fun doing that too. So I've always stayed away from kind of trophy hunting these games because I don't like to do like play it and replay it and replay it and replay it. And I knew these games too required like the hard Insanity modes, and I'm just not. I just don't want to beat my head up against the wall, especially on a game that I maybe played for a while and enjoyed quite a bit. But what I did not know was that they had all these like bonus unlocks and stuff with like the cheats, unlimited ammo and stuff like that. I didn't know that was a thing. So maybe going back to some of the older games is now in my future because I'm having an absolute blast trying to get the platinum on this. I'm confident I'm going to be able to do that. I'm toward the end now of my Insanity run, and I'll just say it's like probably equivalent to like, it's not like it is super easy, but there are moments where you do just have to kind of pay attention, especially the Leon areas because he doesn't have that. Grace has that door. Wow, that sounded awesome. And the Pulse Elites, like the combination of seeing the door shut, the vibration of the haptics, and then hearing that, like the way it like echoed through the headset, it felt like that door was moving like that. That was pretty cool. So I'm digging these Pulse Elites. These are pretty good, man. It's not like if you're like an audiophile, like don't expect audiophile quality, audio, but the 3D audio is really good. Obviously, these are made specifically for Sony, or by Sony for the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation Portal. So you get the benefit of no cost of latency, and your audio is still fully synced up because they're using their PlayStation Link technology instead of Bluetooth. This is super cool. I really like these. Are they the most comfortable headphones in the world? I wouldn't say that. They are decently comfortable, but like I can feel like the clamping kind of on my head right now. And my ears are kind of like really sensitive if they're not like just sitting over my ears just right. And I'm the type too that I get like tension headaches and things like that. So, but generally speaking, once I kind of get them settled on right, they are plenty comfortable to play for long periods of time. And I do like the little headband, the little rubber headband that's in between the top plastic headband. It really does a nice job of kind of making the headphones kind of float over your head. So that way the entire, like weight of them is just distributed nice and evenly. And I'm trying to focus and talk at the same time. I don't usually do it like this, so this has been kind of interesting. Hopefully I'm not rambling here too much as we get keep going on the sequence. So far, man, the Twitter haters can just I wanted to use an expletive there, but look, the channel doesn't make that much money. I'm not trying to get demonetized over some Twitter idiots that are making fun of the PS5 version, because this looks honestly really good. That was cool too, the way that the antler fell down. You can kind of hear it fall from above you. Dude, these are cool. And now if you're an earbud person, they do have the Pulse Explore earbuds. They are more expensive. They're $199 instead of $149. But I did have those, and those are really great as well. For me, I did not like the comfort of them. They did not particularly fit well in my ear. They kind of hurt. And aside from that, they look ridiculous. But, I mean, these also kind of look ridiculous. So I guess it doesn't really matter. PlayStation wants you just to kind of look stupid if you're going to wear their Pulse earbuds. Okay, guys, so we just kind of skipped a little bit of a scene in there in the interstitial there, and there was a point where you're walking back through the house downstairs, and a big crack of like thunder and lightning, and the way that the DualSense haptics started vibrating, and then the way it sounded in the 3D audio was, dude, it was absolutely incredible, man. I think I'm going to be playing with these a lot more than I expected to, just because these do sound really cool. Again, the sound quality is not like ultra premium or anything like that, but the 3D audio really makes these kind of stand out. Oh, I gotta maybe play the game here. I gotta kill this girl here. There we go. Come on, Leon. See that Leon's got his Resident Evil 4 gear on here with his little bomber jacket. We're just gonna run through this sequence real quick. Man, if you guys haven't jumped on Resident Evil Requiem yet, you really definitely should consider it, because it is absolutely awesome. It is just really one of the best Resident Evil games I've ever played. And it's just a top-tier game, and I'm on my 3rd playthrough, and I'm still having tons of fun. The replayability is just really quite excellent. And let's go ahead and switch to the Requiem here. Oh, got hit from behind. Dude, that car crash sounded awesome, too. Hit the 3D audio, dude. Sounds cool, man. Oh! Infinite Requiem is so fun. Still getting hit. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. Hey, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like these type of videos, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, drop me a comment down below. And as always, we will see you in the next one. I don't know. It's because I can't hear myself. I act really goofy.